This morning, I got a text from my wife's sister, who's in her 20s as well, younger sister, saying that she knows that women can get emotionally and physically abusive and can put a stop to intimacy during pregnancy, and that she is willing to help me out anytime, sexually and emotionally, during and after the pregnancy. Your wife, when she gets this information, she needs to stand on business. You need to hold a firm boundary. Stand on business with your sister. You need to let her know, absolutely not. Harlot, absolutely not. What's up, family? It's your girl, Samantha Lee, and y'all, I am here to answer a question that I received. And it's a man who's reaching out to me to ask me for some advice. And the advice is because his sister-in-law is trying to sleep with him, and he don't know how to handle it. Okay, well, we don't get into it. I'm going to let you know everything, okay? Of course, when you guys write me questions, I'm not going to identify where this came from and all that stuff. No identifying information. I don't want to do that. But I do want to answer these questions live because I know that I'm not ignorant to think that there's not other people that may be dealing with the same thing and may not be talking about it. So yeah, I'm gonna go live and we're gonna talk about this thing. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. But before I get into the meat of the message and read this question out to you guys, I want to advise you guys of 4 things, okay? First thing is, if you like the content that I put out, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I appreciate everybody that, has subscribed thus far. People that like the video, people that comment. Thank you guys for just being a part of this journey. It has been a journey, okay? And one day I'm going to talk about it. But I just thank you guys that have been able to ride with me on this train. Okay. Thank you guys. So if you are a part of Game Changer Nation, thank you. And if you want to be a part of it, just hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Number 2, of course, I said, hit the like button, that helps us out, get out into the algorithm. I'm sure that there's more people that need to hear this. I want to be a part of Game Changer Nation as well. So please go ahead and hit the like button. It's free. Third thing is that we go live every Wednesday night, and you guys, we be talking about some stuff. Okay, we have a good time, we connect, we share different perspectives and opinions. I am open, I learn things, I teach things, and it's just fun. It's just a fun atmosphere. The point of going live really is, for me, I think conversations are just so key. They're just so key. Just talking about what people aren't talking about, or we're just passing over things, we're noticing things, but we're not really saying anything about it. I think that just keeps things the exact same. And in history, as we've seen, is when people start talking about the issue that they see or they observe, is when change starts to happen. People start to do things about it because we're not talking about the problem. I don't feel like anything can be healed if it isn't revealed. And so that's why Wednesdays are dope. Okay, so join us. And last but not least, there will be a pinned comment below where you can click on that and you will get a free ebook from me to you. It's called Finding Your Perfect Match, Avoiding the Wrong Women. And you will also be a part of our new email list, okay? And you'll be up to date with everything shaking, moving, grooving on Love Samantha Lee, okay? So with all of that being said, let's get into the meat of the message. So I got this question. And I'm going to read it out to you. Again, no identifying information because that's not what I desire to do. So I'm going to be very vague about the specific details of the situation, of who the people are. Okay, but I'm going to read the question. So it says, my wife, who's in their 20s, and he's also in his 20s, have been together for 3 years and married for about 6 months. We found out that we are going to be parents and we're both very excited. We told our families over the weekend and everyone was happy for us. This morning, I got a text from my wife's sister, who's in her 20s as well, younger sister, saying that she knows that women can get emotionally and physically abusive and can put a stop to intimacy during pregnancy, and that she is willing to help me out anytime, sexually and emotionally, during and after the pregnancy. What a star citizen. Don't you love him? Anyway, let's keep going. Obviously, I have no interest in anyone other than my wife, but how do I tell her what her sister offered? My wife has always been there for her sister, and they have always been super close. Y'all got a lot to say. I'm trying to read the question. I got a lot to say. My sister was the maid of honor at our wedding. Wow. I don't want my wife to lose that bond, and it would destroy her if she found out that her sister was willing to betray her like that. At the same time, her sister is a snake and is willing to ruin our marriage and the life of her soon-to-be niece or nephew, to what I'm guessing is a childish crush on me. How do I approach the situation? There's literally no good outcome. All right, you guys. So there's a couple things I want to point out in this situation. It's a fairly young couple. They've been married for a period of time. She's been with her man for a while, and her sister decides to reach out to, the wife's sister reaches out to the husband, as we just heard, to help him out if his wife is unavailable for him during the time of the pregnancy. This is why, ladies, I be telling y'all, you've got to be careful about who you allow into your marriage, because a lot of times we taking advice from women that want your spot. They want your man. They telling you to leave your man, but they want your man. Real talk. They see what he's doing for you. They see how he look. They see all these different things. And you talking to your sister, being innocent, just telling her everything. She's now developed an interest in your man, and you don't even know it. Y'all, I've heard this with cousins that be reaching out to the cousin of the girlfriend or the cousin of the wife that be reaching out to the husband low key. I've heard about best friends sleeping with somebody's husband. I've heard all of this, y'all. I have heard it. I've heard it all. And it's the same old story, right? But you have this friend or this sister or this cousin or this whatever, this close female person or male, y'all, because men are just as bad, maybe a little bit worse as it relates to reaching out to, your ex. Men, I'm just saying, y'all besties, y'all best friends, people that have been associated to you, people you thought you was cool with. Yeah, they be the first one, because they know that the relationship is ended. They be the first one that drop into the DMs of the ex, the now ex, whatever, or the current girlfriend, whatever that may be, current girlfriend, current wife, be like, hey, what's up? They may have been the main dude that was telling you to leave her, don't deal with her, but now they trying to slide up in there. And that's why we have to be very careful, you guys, about who we allow into our lives, who we allow into our spaces, who knows about the intimate, private details of our relationships, because not everybody has your best interest. That's why I don't believe, y'all, in having a big to-do wedding and putting on this big show for people, because half the people that are at your wedding probably ain't happy for you. They may be in their own marriage and they wishing on your demise because they miserable in their marriage. They may be just like, oh, you know what? There's a lot of people that we invite into these things, and we spend lots of money. We go into debt. We buy this dress. We do all this stuff. And for what? For people that may be praying every night that y'all break up. Now, that's a whole nother soapbox. But I appreciate, first of all, young man, for being open to say, listen, this is inappropriate. This is wrong. And I want to tell my wife what's going on. I want to tell her how much of a snake her sister is, but I don't really know how to. And I don't know if I should. I feel like that's the right thing to do, but I also don't want to compromise their relationship. This is the advice that I give in a lot of these situations. What would you want? What would you want? We have to do unto others as we want others to do unto us, right? Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And so you have to think about what you would want in the situation. Would you want to know if your brother reached out to your wife? Would you want to know if your best friend reached out to your wife? You probably would. I know I would. I'm thinking about it as me, right? I want to know if one of my close friends is reaching out to you. I need to know that. I need to know. I need you to tell me who the snake is. I need to know that information, because I may be kiki calm with this person, not knowing that behind closed doors they're trying to sleep with my man. And y'all, again, I put nothing past anyone. Nothing past anyone. Okay? I know that in my future relationship with my man, how's your man doing? Good? Blessed? Oh, y'all, you ain't gonna tell me nothing else. No, I'm not going to vent to you. I'm not going to tell you all the intimate details of our whatever we got going on. No, you're not gonna know. You're not gonna know. Why? Because I've heard too many stories on the other side of people that have shared too much information with the wrong person. And that person said, oh, leave him, leave him, leave him. And that same individual that told you to leave him is the main one trying to get him, or got him on the other side. No. We good. We good. My man good. I'm taking care of him. What's our next order of business? How you doing? Because the reality is, family, we just don't know people like that. I'm just being honest. You don't really we don't know people like, I mean, we do know people like that. You can tell somebody's character. There may be somebody in your life that has demonstrated fruit to be trusted and things of that nature. But I guarantee, even with you and with the sister situation, I guarantee you that sister has reached out to other men that she's been with in the past, because there's some type of competition, there's some type of jealousy, and so she's trying to get her sister's men. It's what female friends do as well. They compete with each other and try to get their friend's man that they are jealous of, and just to prove something to themselves. It's very, very strange. I don't really understand it. That's why when women say they don't like competition, I think that's complete BS, because women do like competition. That's why we like the most desirable men. Why are we trying to land the best possible candidate? The best possible candidate is going to have options that we're going to have to compete with on some level, whether we realize it or not. So really, it's not the fact that we don't like competition. It's the fact that we don't want to feel like we're in competition. We want to know that you're wanted by a lot of people, but we want to feel like we're leading the race and there's no one behind us or around us or in front of us. We want to feel like we're on top of, we top of the food chain. And that's fair. That's fair. I'm sorry, I'm going off, but I'm just basically getting to the point that if anybody is watching this video, be careful who you share your intimate details with. You don't know. This is this girl's sister. This is her little sister who's out here reaching out to her man, offering him sexual advances because she's pregnant. That's wild to me. So be careful who you share with, because not everybody's happy for you. Not everybody wants to see you win. Not everybody wants your marriage to work. Not everybody's happy for you. Okay? And so really see somebody's fruit. And I'll be honest with you. If you tell this young lady's your wife about her sister, I guarantee you she'll tell you about another instance where this has happened. Because you guys, we think that people are just so mysterious. I never saw that happening. No, you see it. I look at my female friendships in the past, and the females that have crossed me over or betrayed me in some way. I saw the signs. They were there. The signs were there. There was people around me that were saying, watch this person. Look, I don't know, but there's something wrong with this. Especially if you're a praying person, you're a spiritual person, your spirit, your gut is going to tell you that something isn't right. Okay. So I say that to say, we have to trust our discernment. And sometimes that means, if someone shows us who they are, believe them. Don't, they're my family, so I'm going to let them in. Sometimes family needs more boundaries than the people that you meet on the road, or people that you meet in school, or people that you meet that become family because of what you have in common. Sometimes those relationships that you meet in, and they're not your blood related family, they become tighter to you or closer to you than your own actual family, because you have common interests, you have common values and purpose and whatever that may be that keeps you guys together. Whereas family's just family. We might be completely different, have completely different interests. You might have a family member that's a complete hater, that as soon as something good happens for you, they try to find some way to downplay it or make it seem like, oh, it ain't that big, well, that's downplaying. But they're not happy for you. Or they try to find the negative in it. Or you think you too good now? You think you this? They try to make everything negative because they're not genuinely happy for you, because they're not genuinely happy for themselves. Y'all, when we're in a spirit of competition, this is something that, God put on my spirit as well. When we're in that space and we're not, we're jealous or we're comparing ourselves, there's a part of us that is not happy with where we are. We're not secure with where we are. So it's easy for us to feel that we're not where they are. We don't have what they have. And you start feeling that sense of jealousy and not really being happy with where you are and what you've got and how far you've made it, because you're so focused on what somebody else is doing. That's how the enemy steals, kills, and destroys. He steals our ability to be happy with where we are because we're so focused on what everybody else is doing and where everybody else is at. And listen, my spirit checks me all the time when I get into that space, and I have to get into that. Sometimes, you guys, I break out into a hymn. I break out into "Great is Thy faithfulness." I did that today. Like, no, you may not be where you want to be, but look how far God has brought you. Look at what God is going to do. That didn't work out, but God's got greater. Like I have to stay present and not allow my mind to wander, because it's very easy to get caught up in the spirit of comparison. It just really is. It's very easy to not feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, right? There's other places that you need to go and grow and do and all this other stuff, right? So that's that. But I would say in this particular instance, just to really make it a point, you tell your wife, make sure you have evidence. Tell your wife what the sister said, and have evidence that she said it. Because if this was just a conversation, there's no evidence about what was said, that's going to seem like this is made up. You're just trying to grow, there's a wedge that you're trying to put between them. You don't want on any level any hint of impropriety. So make sure if you are presenting this to her, you have evidence. Like even with a friend that, you find out that they man is cheating, that's your friend and whatever, a spoon coon, and you see her man out with somebody else. Okay. But your loyalty is with the friend. You take a picture, you get evidence. Say, listen, this is what I saw. Now they can argue with themselves, or they can argue with the person that they're dealing with, but at least you are presenting evidence, not just hearsay or word of mouth. You want evidence. So if you're going to present this to your wife, have your ducks in a row, have the evidence. Say, this is what old girl said. And it seems like from the message that you sent me that she got it. It was a text. So if it's a text message, baby, take the text message out. And do not delete parts of the conversation. Okay? Because people try to do it too much or screenshot it. She needs to be able to see that she can trust you, and that the sister is the one who came out crazy. She came out the side of her neck. That's the message you have to send here. So make sure you have the evidence, and then you present it to her. And if that ruins the relationship, that ruins the relationship. Okay? Because at the end of the day, that's not built on real, right? We have a close relationship built on what? Built on a facade. You out here trying to get my man low key. I need to know this information. I need to know, because I'm inviting my sister over thinking that we all good and nothing's going on. No, that's fake. That's fake. No, let's talk about it. Let's be real. So yeah, get the text message, show your wife, let her have the evidence, and let her handle it accordingly. And if it drives a wedge, we'll drive a wedge. There's boundaries that needs to be set in that relationship. Her sister went entirely too far reaching out to her sister's hut. Wow. Oh no, she needs to get checked. She needs to be embarrassed. This is a life lesson. This is a life lesson that she's going to learn in this. This is valuable life lesson that needs to go down. Okay, so do not hold this information in because your instinct is correct. She needs to know. And let your wife handle it accordingly. Period. It's not for you to check her sister. I hope you said something like this is inappropriate. If you didn't, you just got quiet. It's whatever as well. But as long as you're bringing it to her and you're letting her see it, that covers you, right? That's her sister. She deals with her sister, right? And I wouldn't, and another reason why I wouldn't hide it is because what if something else comes out? Her sister said, well, that text message that, I sent, oh boy, he didn't say anything to you about it. Like, it can make you look like you're lying or hiding something for a reason. You don't want any type of energy. You don't want any type of negativity. You want to be as open as possible. So show the message, show the message, sit her down, make sure she's calm, show the message, say, this is what your sister sent me. I don't want to cause a rift between you and your family, but I also feel like you need to know this information. Okay. And let her handle it accordingly. If she needs you to step in, you step in. But this is something that she has to deal with her sister. And I guarantee that if she goes back in time, she will find that her sister has reached out to her other exes. And she needs to know her sister is a snake. And her sister needs to be called out for being a snake, be held accountable for being a snake. Otherwise, she's going to continue to be a snake without any accountability. And yeah, and be in your life and be in her life. Around her husband, around her child, with a bad spirit. No, you need to cast that thing out. We need to go ahead and reveal this thing. Because a lot of times, y'all, we don't hold people accountable, and then we wonder why they continue to perpetuate negativity or dysfunctional behavior. We're not holding them accountable. Not just because they're family doesn't mean they need to have access to you. Just because they're family doesn't mean that we need to be besties and close and this. No, sometimes that's not meant to happen. You can love them, but also say, I'm going to love you from the balcony. I'm going to love you from a distance. I can't trust you in my space. I can't trust you in my innermost quarters because your energy, your spirit is giving hater. It's giving competitive. It's giving you're trying to sleep with my man. No, we need to hold people accountable for their actions. We can't enable people or fake, confront people, but don't really do anything about it. You need to stand on business. That's another thing. Your wife, when she gets this information, she needs to stand on business. You need to hold a firm boundary. Stand on business with your sister. You need to let her know, absolutely not. Harlot, absolutely not. You out here trying to sleep with my man while I'm pregnant, while I'm at my most vulnerable. Girl, bye. She needs to feel how her actions have impacted the relationship. She needs to feel that. A lot of people, and this is another side note, y'all. A lot of people, there's bad behavior that goes on in a relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's a family relationship, whether it's a relationship, right? A romantic relationship. And we say we're not going to tolerate the disrespect. We're not going to tolerate the cheating. We're not going to tolerate this, and this. But we don't go nowhere. We stay. That's not teaching anybody that you have firm boundaries or that they should respect you. You're not teaching nobody how to treat you when you allow the behavior to continue and you do nothing about it. I don't care if you just yap, but the relationship doesn't end or the access doesn't change. You're not teaching anybody anything. They're like, oh, okay, she gonna yell and she gonna scream, but she gonna be back. Or yeah, he gonna do this, he gonna do that, but he ain't going nowhere. You don't want no one to feel that they can just step all over your boundaries without a consequence. They need to feel honestly, if people don't feel like there's any type of repercussion for their behavior, And I'm not saying you fight them or beat them up or anything like that, but if they don't feel an energy shift or an access shift or something according to the behavior that they've enacted against you, they don't respect you as much. Period. You have to let them know, hey, listen, my time, my energy, my attention is expensive. You don't get to just treat me any kind of way and I'm here. You don't get to just disrespect me or talk to me crazy any kind of way and I'm just here readily available for you to do it again. No, there needs to be a shift. There needs to be a way for you to teach people how to treat you. If you just a willing vessel, that's not going to teach anyone to respect your boundaries or respect you. I think people respect people with boundaries way more, in my opinion. So y'all, that is my information for today. Thank you for submitting a question. That was a great question, by the way. And I hope this helps somebody. I really do hope this helps somebody because it's, you know, there's probably a lot of people that are dealing with stuff like this, that they're just not talking about it. It may not be this specific situation, but you may have a friend, you may have a whatever, you know, there's a lot of ways that this can go. It may not be exactly the same thing, but we do need to have more conversations where we're just being honest, holding people accountable, and being okay with distance, with the relationship shifting. If the truth is the reason why the relationship shifts, then it needs to shift, right? All right, you guys. Well, I thank you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and submit your questions. teamlovesamanthalee@gmail.com. I would love to hear more from you guys. I will not obviously put identifying information into it because I don't want to put your information out there, but I do want to answer the question and I do want to put it on a forum where people can also receive a benefit from the answer. Okay, so again, love you guys. Subscribe, like, hit the pin comment below, and tune in on Wednesday nights for our live shows. Okay, I love you guys, and I will see you guys soon. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family. Okay, friends that are family. Okay, join my family today.